are 4 types of multifamily financing. Okay, so I'm giving you this information because again, you don't do this for a living, I do. Okay, so I'm giving you the information so that you will have something that you can look at if you are in a position where you want to make a purchase. All right, so there's 4 types of multifamily financing. Okay, there's multifamily loan amounts, rates, and terms. Okay, so I've given you what the loan amounts are for a conventional loan, for a government-backed loan, a portfolio loan, and a short-term loan. And I've given you those loan amounts. The rates actually vary. As you guys know, the rates have gone up since this was actually done. So they vary, okay? But the terms is pretty much the same. All right? So you will be able to get this information. There is different types of multifamily. So how many of you know that a 2-unit property is considered multifamily? You guys know that?
I did not know that.
You did not know that? Well, now you do.
Yes.
I'm glad you learned something new. But 2 units, and this is a very important question or answer that I'm giving you, because you're going to have to ask a question about this. 2 units is actually considered multifamily. Okay, so 2 units up to, plus is considered multifamily. So then you have the different types of rates and terms and origination fees that's typically charged. You also have loan requirements on here. So what I'm doing in this cheat sheet, I'm giving you what the requirements are to obtain a loan. And your minimum credit score is 680 that you have to have. And then you need cash reserves. Okay, this is another piece of information that you want to have. You need cash reserves from 6 to 12 months when you're buying multifamily, typically. Okay. There's government-backed multifamily, and again, this is where HUD actually will finance or guarantee your loan. So this is information that you want to know. Now, again, you don't have to keep up with all of this. I'm giving you some tricks of the trade. When you contact us as your commercial lender, we're going to automatically know which program you fit into based on your personal scenario. Okay. On the government-backed loans, though, you only need a 650 credit score, okay? And those, for those of you that did not know, FHA, you can actually buy a multifamily unit using an FHA loan, okay? So not only does FHA help you get a single-family home to live in, they also finance multifamily properties. Did any of you guys know that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, ma'am, for those that knew. We also do portfolio loans, okay? For anybody that's interested in, let's say you've got a group of properties that you want to get, you can also do a portfolio loan. You can do one loan that will cover a bunch of properties, okay? That's considered multifamily. We also work with those loans. So this cheat sheet will actually give you everything that you need so that if you have a question about a multifamily project, then you could just go to the cheat sheet and it'll tell you exactly what you need for it, okay? And then we have short-term financing, okay? The short-term financing is just a bridge loan. Let's say you find a property and it actually needs some work. And I know in our multifamily class, Art and Michelle, they talked about value add properties where you can buy something and it actually needs some work done on it. Well, you would get a bridge loan on something like that. You would get a bridge loan. It's for 12 months. Generally, you fix the property up, and then once you get it stabilized, then you would refinance it to a permanent loan. That's called short-term financing, okay? And we do those as well. Now, what do you need to qualify for a multifamily loan? Let me just tell you that. There's 3 things pretty much that you need. First of all, if you want to get pre-approved for a loan, you got to have the property details, okay? Now, we can pre-approve you if you haven't found something yet, but it's a lot easier to do if you have your eyes on something that you want to get approved for, okay? Property financials. And I know in our multifamily class, they said you got to have your operating statements, your rent rolls, any type of service contracts. Well, you need that because that's how we determine if the property is going to be able to service the debt, right? And then you need personal financials, okay? A lot of times we will ask for tax returns or bank statements, but typically you're going to see in a moment that we don't even really, on the loans that we do, I don't need your tax returns.